local president, Hokoye campus in the university. Right? So convince me with your CV why I should give you that job.
Thank you. And I'm saying with my CV, I've been a leader before, and with that, I've learned and equipped more skills in that. And I'm sure life have also taught me more, and I'm able to learn from
Okay,
that.
I like where you're coming from. Okay, fine. Science and math quiz. How many people are in that quiz? Like the team, how many are you? In SHS, how many are in the science and math quiz?
We're 12.
12. Okay. So right now, you have never handled a position in JHS. When I in JHS, I was the school prefect. I started from class 6. Class 6, I was the school prefect. JHS, I was the school prefect. When I went to the senior high school, I was an SRC executive. I was class rep in SHS. From there, when I called after school, I handled a whole lot of positions. When I came to the university too, I handled a whole lot of positions before becoming the provincial SRC president. I've handled people more than 12, a huge number. So with this only your this leadership skills, just only 12 people, how do you convince me that you will be able to handle like this a whole university? So how do you handle it? And why do you think with just only that 12 people that you were able to handle them, you think you fit for this job?
Okay, thank you. Back in SHS, in our science and math space team, we were lacking some stuff, which during my turn, we were able to acquire that. So,
now, go straight to the question. The question is, here we are looking at large number of people here, a lot of people. But we are only talking about only 12 people. That is only your experience. I try to use my own as example. I started from class 6, JHS, SHS, and right now in the university. So when it comes to experience, I can tell you that I have a whole lot of experience in handle people in leadership. So with you have only vice president for only science and math quiz, that you are only 12 people. So why do you think that you qualified for this job and you'll be able to handle the people, deal with the people?
yeah, thank you. I believe what I learned and during my time, I was able to learn a lot from that position, and it has also equipped me more. Life has also taught me more about leadership. So,
Do you know the total population of SPH students here?
The total population?
Yes.
It's over 800.
So divide that one by 12. You get where I'm coming from. So if I say you don't qualify for this job, will you agree with me that you don't qualify for this job?
No, like I said, that was what I did in SHS, and that has also equipped me more to be more better than that time too.
Okay, please, with your policy number 7, do you have that with you?
Yes, please.
All right. What does it say? Already, you just give us phrases or clauses. You didn't even explain anything. I wouldn't want to go into that. Explain number 7 to us.
Number 7 states class target.
Okay.
Class target, which I think it's very necessary.
What is that?
That is naming or assigning names for the various lecture rooms. When you go to the pharmacy school on the PM side, you see the classes have been they have been assigned, so you can identify one from the other. Like here, freshers comes in new admitted students, room 1 from lecture room 7.
So what's the meaning? What are you going to do? You are going to tag the class just by word of mouth. How are you going to do that?
There will be a permanent name on each class. Okay, by Dr. With the class tagging, I will liaise with the SRC so that we will get the funds for.
Okay, fine. You've had the funds. You've liaised with them. How would you do it? What are you going to do?
There will be a board, a wooden board, in which the names will be pasted on a sticker form, so that in case of any changes, we will just take the sticker off and we please.
It's a simple question, you know that.
Sure.
And then you are just beating about the bush.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Salute the atmosphere we have here, especially the audience. So I think we have a very strong atmosphere to do what we are doing. I also salute you as well. Honorable, Mr. Chu Ahasi, I think you are too tensed. All right. For my part, I want us to have a normal conversation. Can you do that for me? Sure. So just relax. I have question marks on your organization of thought. I have question marks on your problem solving ability and a question mark on your general knowledge. Okay. So just relax. Okay. And let's do it slowly. So on general knowledge, who is this gentleman?
Mr. Gordon is a level 400 disease control student in public health campus, SVH. He was a former provincial president.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Before we move on, the panel asked you a number of questions. When questions are thrown to you, what we expect is that you take it as your own, think through it, and some of them you can actually formulate it and throw back to them. You get me? You do it in confidence, and confidence requires patience. So just take your time. When the question comes, don't answer it straight away. Think about it. All right. So, example, they asked you that you led 12 people. How then do you lead a whole lot of people? Okay, you are at risk with the question. So you need to find something to get out of it. So you can just tell them, Honorable, there is always a first time. The fact that I didn't lead a lot of people doesn't mean that I can't do it. Then you bring, perhaps you're a Christian, right? You can bring the story of David. It was David in Judah. He was never a king or a politician. He was a shepherd, but he became a king. Do you get me? So these are some of the things we expect from you. All right. Okay. Thank you. So that will be a prelims to answering my question. Is that it? Now, I think politically, the whole country is happy with what is happening in Hohoi because of the works of the MP. Do you agree with that? Who is the MP in the first place? The MP for Hohoi. All right.
Honorable Peter Ahmed.
Okay. So is he doing well, in your opinion? Do you know what he's doing?
Yes, please. I think he's doing human.
Okay. So now the practical question I want to put before you is that upon all the policies you have listed here, as an incoming local NUPS president, what are some of the things you can liaise with him to help Hohoi, School of Public Health in Hohoi? Do you get the question? What are some of the things in these policies that you can practically liaise with him?
I'll take my second policy, organizing capacity building programs for students. My second policy.
Okay.
I think even when I came here, most of my friends, they come here, they have their admission public health, but they have little or no knowledge even about what public health entails and what it is about. So in level 100, you can organize a workshop for them in which he can be part even, or with him, you will get some uh, public health professors which will come here in order to talk to the level hundreds, the freshers, on what public health entails and what it is about.
Okay, positive. So from there, you can look at the screening program too. Because if you meet him there, then amenities and all these things can come in, isn't
Sure.
it? All right. Your CV, a lot has been said about it, but please work on it. This is an under. It is average, okay, for somebody who wants to be a local news president. I think my co-panelists talk to you about the achievement. The fact that you had a scholarship is not a tangible or a substantial achievement. Okay, we want something that you readily on yourself did. All right, scholarship is some way. You get it? All right,
Thank you.
and then you made a mistake. The computer literacy part, you wrote component. I think you wanted to mean competent. Competent in Microsoft Office programs, especially Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, not component. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
So let me look at your knowledge of the Constitution. It's again a practical question, but you will need the Constitution to answer it. So just think through it. Did we have a nominee from local Nooks treasurer? I just want to ask you. Local Nooks treasurer.
Yes, please.
Did we?
No. We didn't have a nominee in Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yes, please.
Okay. So practically, what is going to happen? We didn't get a nominee to become a treasurer. That means that should you win, you will not get a treasurer. So tell me what is going to happen.
Thank you. So with there being no nominee, I think I will work with the existing structures. That's the federal treasurer in implementing any policy I want to implement.
My brother, you have messed it up big time. Okay, check. I think I'll end here.
Okay, so
Okay, on the SRC Constitution, did you read it before coming here?
Please,
Did you read the Constitution before coming?
yes, please.
Okay, so you know what chapter the information on local nukes is?
Chapter.
Yes, please. Can you tell me the chapter?
Yes, please.
What is it, please?
Chapter 11.
Pardon?
Chapter 11.
Okay, thank you very much.
I would want to ask a question on your policy. Policy number 4, you said provision of additional waste bins and plastic recycling. How are you going to go about the plastic recycling?
Thank you. Working with the relevant companies like Zoom Lion, they give those waste bins for free. They give the waste bins for free. So there will be a separate one for plastics and a separate one for sachet waste. So after we've compiled the sachets, they will then come for it. And some companies do buy the plastic waste. So they will now come for the plastic waste in bulk when it's expired out.
So
Let's come again. Yeah, it's something we do here, but with the plastic recycling, we will separate the plastic ones from the sachet ones. Yeah, so it's about how you cooperate and negotiate with the Zoom Lion company. If they come here every day for the waste gathered up, right now they are to provide separate bins so that we can separate the plastic waste from the sachet one. So when they come, there will be a pile up of plastics only. There will be a pile up of sachet ones only. So if they are to come for the recycling, they will just come for the plastic ones for the recycling process. And
no.
I'm saying thank you. But we have sanitary companies that buys the sachet rubbers. Sure. Sure.
And even how does the segregation of the waste like lead to plastic recycling? Because from here, what I'm getting from it is that you are going to ensure there is a plastic recycling, as in you are going to ensure that those plastics are recycled. It is different when you're going to ensure segregation of the waste and then ensuring the plastic recycling. So I'm actually asking you, from the policy you gave us, that how are you going to go about the plastic recycling aside the segregation of waste? Or maybe you wanted to tell us that you would ensure segregation of the waste. Just make it clear.
Sure.
So what do you want to say here?
So I will ensure the segregation of the waste and ensure that the company, sanitary company, will come for the waste gathered, the plastic ones, so that they can use it for plastic food.
Okay, so we wouldn't entertain somebody who wouldn't be honest with us. Okay, so practically you express how you are going to be talking to the dean of students in order for maybe an extension of a particular timeline for course registration, right? Are you very sure that we should give you the opportunity to become the president? And for that matter, you're going to speak on behalf of the student populace in doing this. Because this is a major problem the entire students are facing. Are you sure you're being honest that you get the courage and boldness to stand before the dean of students and speak on behalf of the students?
Yes, please.
Okay. Meaning that you are going to inculcate this in your policy and to be read out to the entire students, right?
Yes, please.
Good. So in the case of which you couldn't do this as they are expecting, what do you think they should do to you?
I will be able to do it with the help of my committees. We're able to deliver.
In the case of which this one is a major problem the entire students are facing. You understand? So don't come and lubricate something that you think you can do. If you can't do it, don't inculcate or bring it into your policy. Do you understand me? So you have a second thought of it before you bring out your manifesto. Is that okay?
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's this assumption by management, okay, that most of our students use their money to do super bets. And then because of this same reason, sometimes it becomes very difficult for presidents to lobby. So this means that people actually need that kind of help and are not they face a lot of challenges because majority of students have not paid, not because they didn't have the money, but because one way or the other they squandered the money. Okay, so when you are talking about things like that, you should know that it's going to be very difficult for you to tackle it. Okay, so you have to work around the clock when you come. That's an advice when you come.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think
Okay, so my last question for you is we mentioned of this state local with I think this is the rules that they have been given, right? The students know, right? And you know that the normal channel that we have been going is what you just mentioned, right? So always as a leader, you always have to have plan A and plan B. So what will you do? Because maybe there be some few weeks for exams to come, and majority of the students have not still paid their fees as a result of this student loan issues, right? And this is the normal process that we have been going. Always rewrite letters and write letters. So what is your plan B if your plan A fails?
Yeah, like I said, since I've mobilized them, I have their names and their index number. We will cross-check from the secretariat if it's genuinely these people are on the scholarship scheme. If genuinely they're on the scholarship scheme, then I'll talk to the dean too.
That is your plan A, and it's a normal thing that we have always been doing. But it's the case that right now they have decided, based on like what my colleague said, that they think some students are gambling and those kind of things and all that. This is your plan A. So what is your plan B in case this one fails? Are the student not going to be allowed to write the exams, or you are still going to do something to help them?
Okay, thank you. With the confirmation that they are on the scholarship scheme, with the confirmation they are on the scholarship scheme, I think presenting that confirmation to the dean will allow him to.
And the dean is saying, I need money to run my school. The VC says, I need money to run my school. So meaning they're on scholarships, I shouldn't run my school or something. They have to run the school. So what is your plan B? Okay, then I think you have to, because it's part of your policies. So you have to go and work, and it's one of the things that you're going to deal with as a local mixed president. It's one of the key things. The students will is something that always students will be bothering you with. So please, if you don't have a plan B, I think right after here, we have to start thinking of some.
All
Right?
right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. All right. So, yes, student's question.
Okay, so please, any questions?
Thank you very much. This is not a question. We applaud the vetting panel for all that they are doing, but I've noticed these two things, and I think we should address them. First of all, is your knowledge on Nooks affairs. The honorable vetting member here asked him a question as to whether Hohoi Nooks is recognized by national Nooks, and he answered. And we all know that actions speak louder than words. And the way he laughed, it shows that he is in a way saying that what he said is not true, which we know is false. Anybody who knows Hohoi Nooks knows that we are recognized by national Nooks. That is the first thing. I said it's not a question. Now, EC Chair, please, according to your protocol, do you have the power to compare yourselves to the people being vetted?
Please, when you come, just ask your question, okay? Just then go and sit down. Thank you. Another person, please.
Um, hello, 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 hello. 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 Answer. Answer. Hello, hello. Please, what's your name? Kisi. Okay, Mr. Kisi, you calm down first before I start talking. All right. Sometimes when there's a public and I mean like this, and then someone just confronts you with something. Okay, he's not wrong. You are not wrong. Okay, good. He's just trying to mean that it was a question that we asked. All right, Mr. Kisi. So please, you calm down. Don't feel like you've been pressured or something. Do you get that? All right. So with your suggestion, I want you to link it to making it a question. Yes, yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You could have identified yourself first. Um, ex- eh, excuse me, madam. There should be respect in the room. Do you understand, please? Hajia, Hajia, can you speak Hausa? Okay, please. Ask it. Please. Let it go. Thank you very much. If you cannot accord respect in this room, then it means that we should not even hold this meeting at all. Please, I spoke with respect to everyone. I'm not a kid. Nobody is a kid here. If it should be in the form of a question. You ask a suggestion. All right. Calm down. IT, IT, please turn it off for us. Turn the listening off. I'm not arguing.